Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of D&D CR Exposed. On today's episode we are looking at the Giant Boar from the Monster Manual 2025 edition. But before we get into that, let's talk about the business. And the business here is the tool. If you'd like to use this tool for yourself, you can do so at the link in the description at my Ko-fi page, where you can get this tool completely for free to make awesome monsters, or you can donate if you feel so inclined to. There's other ways to support the channel by becoming joining the channel and becoming a subscriber here on YouTube, or donating at the Ko-fi as well. You can also buy or download and use some of the products that I'm also creating there, subclasses, actual classes for use with Tales of the Valiant and D&D 5th edition with some slight modifications, as well as custom monsters and a variety of other things at my shop there on Ko-fi. Beyond that, you can also like, subscribe, comment, and share these videos with some of your friends too. That is also greatly appreciated, and engagement is the name of the game here on YouTube. So with that business out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the Giant Boar. Now, our Giant Boar is going to be a large beast for a CR2. We'll see what happens here in a moment. It's going to be 13 AC. Again, I had said it was large, and we're looking at 5 hit dice. Now for our main stats, we have 17 Strength, 10 Dex, 16 Constitution, 2 Intelligence, 7 Wisdom, and 5 Charisma. Now from here, normally we would go into the features of the Giant Boar, but because the Giant Boar doesn't really have anything going on, we'll just move down into the traits. And the trait here is Bloodied Fury, which is kind of new, but probably the same thing that we've been doing before with the other boars. Now, Bloodied Fury gives the boar advantage on melee attack rolls while it is bloodied. So that's pretty interesting. We're going to get advantage at the midpoint here. So that's a little tricky. No, actually, it would probably be similar to Pack Tactics, where we're not getting advantage until a certain criteria is met. And it's only at that point in time where the boar is at half its life. So we'll go ahead and say we'll just add Pack Tactics in to give it a +1 effective AC bonus, and then we'll take a look at the actions to see if everything lines up. If that doesn't line up with the Pack Tactics +1 bonus for the advantage at Bloodied, we'll maybe look at increasing it or getting rid of it too to see if that kind of lines up. Meanwhile here, we are looking at a +5 to attack with the Giant Boar, so that's coming from Strength. We'll go ahead and add that into our attack bonus. And then we are doing 10 damage, or 2d6 +3, so we're going to go ahead and add that in for here. 10 damage even, and then if the target is large or smaller, the boar moved 20 feet straight ahead, it immediately gores. So this is an added, similar to like the charge feat. They're just kind of blending all of it into one area. So as long as it moves 20 feet forward immediately before the hit, the target takes an extra 7 piercing damage and has the prone condition. So the prone condition normally would probably give another attack bonus benefit here, but because it's only one attack, we're probably not going to see anything extra from it. Now, let me see here. We are looking at if the target is a large or small creature, moves it immediately before the hit, the target takes an extra 7 damage and has the prone condition. So actually, let's take a look. Let's piece this together here, because we have a little bit of interesting wording. If the target is a larger, smaller creature and the boar moved 20 plus feet straight towards it immediately before the hit, the target takes an extra 7 piercing damage. Okay, so no, they still have to hit, and the prone isn't going to do anything. I thought there was like this weird wording where technically the damage happens before the gore actually hits and then knocks the creature prone, and then the gore damage happens, but that's not the case at all. So what we're going to do here is just add in the extra gore damage, so our monster is expected to be charging every round of combat and provoking attacks of opportunity. Otherwise, it's not going to work out like we'd expect. So in all, is provided you do the 7 extra damage and charge every round, going from target to target to target, which boars probably would do, we're going to want to do that all the time. From there, we're going to go ahead and put the 17 damage from the gore attack into concentration, because that will just throw it right down into the full attack. And we're seeing that we are actually we are below our expected range, which is not normal. Normally we are underrated. This time we are actually overrated. So our boar isn't exactly as dangerous as it should be. Now let's see what happens if we add in +1 more bonus here. Let's say instead of +1 we're going to get +2 effective attack bonus at half health, or the bloodied condition, which this is new. They must have added this in. Yeah, okay, cool. A creature is bloodied when it is at half hit points or fewer remaining. Okay, neat. So we'll go ahead and add in 1 more attack bonus just to see if that shifts anything. And sure enough, it does. So in theory, what they're expecting is that the boar is getting the extra +2 advantage here for being at half health, which makes sense because with the Sahuagin get the blood frenzy, which means if a target is at less than full health, they get an immediate +4 attack bonus. Considering that the boar here has to wait until half health to get the all the time advantage, that totally makes sense, and the +2 is definitely justified here. So that will bring us to a very evenly balanced monster. So thankfully our giant boar is exactly where it should be, at a CR2. So there we go. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.